When I was a child, not yet in school, the world was a happy place and India, a quaint little country, and flying on our Indian roads was an iconic vehicle called the Matador. And then I grew and got dropped to a school where all Indians became my brothers and sisters, and I got dropped there in another iconic vehicle called the Traveller. Today, I'm out of every school, out of every college, and out of every delusion. Today, the world is real, and India is a force to be reckoned with and has a real place on the world map. Today, however, it's no longer just the Traveller. There's another iconic vehicle for our country and for the world. It's the Urbania. Wherever Force Motors have operated, they have been the leaders. Today, the Force Traveller has 67% market share, and Force as a brand has been people mover in the most cost-effective manner. The Urbania then from Force Motors today competes with the Mercedes Sprinter or the Ford Transit. The Urbania here is born with over 6 years of planning and 1,000 crores of investment. So to make it worth your time, come step inside. Thank you for stepping in. If you see, I've gotten into the Urbania in a very premium fashion through a sliding door that's located here and not like it is usually in the Traveller, which is out there near the co-passenger, which is just a small door, a small gap through which you walk in uncomfortably with your large suitcases. That's not going to be the case here. Now, the interiors of the Urbania are, well, yes, premium. There's going to be mood lighting and there's going to be air conditioning and all that jazz. But yes, the seats are going to be comfortable, and they're comfortable not just because they look good or hold you well in position, but also by the fact that they are entirely reclinable. If you happen to be sitting on this seat, for example, then it's staggered to the seats here, which means you will not really have the annoying face of your co-passenger in your peripheral vision. But then, when you do sit on any of the seats, you're going to be blessed by big, large, wide windows. So honestly, let's take a seat. You happen to be sitting here in the seat of a 13 Plus D variant medium wheelbase premium Urbania. If you go to the website, you also find a long wheelbase variant which is going to house 17 Plus D seating configuration and a short wheelbase variant that's going to have 10 Plus D seating configuration. In this particular 13 Plus D variant gets a seat belt. Not every seat here in the Urbania has a seat belt, but then every seat does get the comfort of one individual USB charging socket. Actually, there are two slots in here, one dedicated AC vent for every seat and a dedicated reading lamp. The fact that I have foldable armrest here to the right and the fact that my left arm is not left high and dry, because I do have some kind of support here from the windowsill, is nice and adds to the comfort. From having existed in the touring and travel industry to being school buses and ambulances to corporate employee commutes, Force Motors has come a long way in creating Urbania for a premium segment.
Backing it better. I'ma make it if I grind harder than every other brother in the jungle. King Kong in the city, raise my fist up in the city. People follow me like sheep in the city. You know I'm a wolf.
Alright, you are finding yourself in the midst of a short tour here on Power Drift. I'm your tour driver, and I'm going to indulge myself in doing the things that we usually do, which is I'm going to be your talkative driver. Pick your seat of choice and comfort, and I will have you know that the driving experience of the premium Urbania here is quite something. It's very delectable. It's quite pleasurable because, well, the fact is that this is not a ladder frame chassis. The T1 and T2 will continue to be on sale in the market side by side to the premium Urbania here, which is going to start at about 28 lakh rupees. Yes, which means that if you're a family head wanting to drive out your joint family, extended family, they can sit behind in comfort. You have a sound system. They've got the speakers in the middle of the van, out here in the front. And of course, you can choose to go long distances with the great ergonomics that the van is offering. The gear shift lever itself is mounted on the dash. It's not sticking out the ground with a long lever. And of course, the clutch action itself is also very light. 25 crore rupees were invested into creating the NV Edge facility for the new Force Urbania. The vehicle has been tested at Force Motors and in the premises where buzz, squeak, rattle, noise, vibration and harshness, everything got tested to deliver a premium experience. The ride quality is far improved than what it was, and of course the overall dynamics also are going to be something that you may take a good liking to. Now all of this means that the driving experience, in short, is not that of you driving a bus, it's not that of you driving a van, it's that of you driving a car. It gets a tiltable and telescopic steering, a monocoque chassis, independent front suspension, parabolic rear suspension, and has crumple zones, ABS, EBD and hill hold assist, keyless entry, follow me home, start-stop function, DRL and LED tail lamps, cornering lamp, reverse park assist, and aerodynamics that can be compared to SUV class. It's going to be a joke if I talk about the headroom out here, but then looking up, I do have the AC knob that's going to be modulating the AC for the passengers out there. And then I have an AC knob out here that's for the front passengers, a touch screen here in the middle, and a part digital and a part analog instrument cluster to the front for the driver. On the gas, NVH is really good, even with an engine that remains the same as what was in the Traveller. So everything in the Urbania except the engine is absolutely brand new and built from ground up. Okay, everyone gets off, everyone gets down, because your short little tour of the Force Motors Premium Urbania here is over. And of course, you haven't paid 23 rupees to a kilometer like you would have in the Force Motors Traveller. Instead, maybe you have paid 40 rupees for the luxurious and the modern experience in the Urbania. But then if you're the one who doesn't like to count rupees to the kilometer, then you're the one who wants to actually bring the Urbania home into the garage, not with a yellow number plate, but then with a white number plate. You could do that with the short wheelbase variant that's going to be equipped with keyless entry, cornering lamps, ABS, EBD, hill start assist, homecoming lamps, etc. All the convenient comfort features for daily day-to-day driving. Something like this, an experience like the Urbania, is made possible by the great team here at Force Motors, and of course with their collaboration with other great brands. Like for example, the body styling has been helped by Technocad. Myra, the international brand, has worked on the suspension, and then there's Bosch, the list just goes on. Now a modern experience like the Urbania here is modern because it is BS6 compliant and identified for sale and export to over 43 countries across the world, making it Euro 4 and Euro 5 compliant. That's it for now. Let me know if you've liked our short tour of the Urbania, if you'd like us to take this out somewhere out on the road to a nice little destination, or let me know if you would like to do that yourself in the comment section below. Should I be putting my money on an off-road SUV, or should it really be an Urbania short wheelbase starting at 28 lakh rupees, which is a steal? In the comments, whatever it is that you will say, that is what I will do. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.